Hello students. So let us see maximum power transfer theorem. This is a PDF explanation. So what are all the applications? So where you will find this maximum power transfer theorem? So it finds application in solar panels. So here we have to find MPPT. Here we have to find MPPT point, that is called as, this MPPT is nothing but maximum power point. Maximum power point. Maximum power point. So it finds application in solar panels. So how, like in solar panel, the energy is taken from the solar irradiance from the sun. The solar irradiance is taken from the sun and it falls on your solar panel. So from the solar panel, it is given to your MPPT solar charge controller. The output of the MPPT solar charge controller is given to your battery system. So if you want to use a DC voltage or if you want to use a DC, then directly from the battery system only we can take. Otherwise, if you want to convert, if you want to AC, we have to give the battery input, the battery energy to your inverter. The inverter converts your DC to AC. So here you will get your AC power. So this is the thing will happen in solar system. These are the characteristics between your volts and amps, and this is the maximum power point where the current is 7 amps and the voltage is 32 volts. The maximum power transfer finds an application in communication system. Actually, unlike your superposition theorem and your Thevenin's and Norton's theorem, here this maximum power transfer theorem finds an application in electronic devices and circuits. In electronic circuits, maximum power transfer theorem finds an application in electronic circuits. So this is your electronic circuit communication system setup, and it finds application in stereo amplifier designs and in speakers. So this is the application of your audio amplifier. So here this is a point to know what is the maximum power transfer theorem statement. The maximum power is transferred to the load from the network. The maximum power is transferred to the load from the network when the load resistance is equal to Thevenin's resistance as seen from the load, that is RL equal to RTH. So this is your equivalent circuit of your Thevenin's. Here this is your load resistance. This arrow symbol indicates the load is variable. So this is the characteristics of your power versus load resistance. So at this point where RL equal to RTH, you are going to get a maximum power. Here you are going to get the maximum power. This is the characteristics of your power versus load resistance. So behind this, it is linearly, like here you are having less than this RTH, you are having less than the maximum, that is of Pmax is, the power is less than Pmax. In this curve also you are having less than Pmax. Only at this point you are going to get the maximum power. Already we have seen the derivation of your maximum power transfer theorem. This is your, if the value of load resistance is RL, the current through the flowing through the load resistance, that is I is equal to VTH by RTH plus RL. Already we have seen this derivation. The power transferred from the source to the load is maximum when the resistance of the load is equal to the internal resistance of the source. Otherwise, if you want to see the derivation, just have a look. For example, if the value of the load resistance is RL, the current flowing through the circuit. So this is the current I which is flowing in the circuit, and here this RTH and RL are connected in series. So whatever the current which is delivered from the source, the same amount of current flows through this RTH and through this RL. That I is given as the total voltage by total resistance. The total voltage is VTH and the total resistance is RTH plus RL. Now power transfer to the load. So if I want to find the power is equal to, in terms of current, I square into R. Here we are considering the power through the load, so PL equal to IL square into RL. But what is IL? IL is nothing but I. We can consider IL equal to I. Just substitute over it. I equal to VTH by RTH plus RL whole square into RL. So if you simplify, VTH square into RL by RTH square plus 2RL into RTH plus RL square. Here we have taken RL common. So the circuit, that is the equation, reduces to VTH square by RTH square by RL plus 2RTH plus RL. Now, if you want to find in mathematics, if you want to find the minimum value or maximum value, we need to take the derivation help, and we have to equate that derivation to 0. Here we need to do the derivation with that is of just derivate the power with respect to RL and equate it to 0. So that only we have done here, just U by V formula. So this is your V square, U dash V and V U dash. So by doing that and by equating it to 0, here you will get your RL equal to RTH. The power transferred from the source to the load is maximum when the resistance of the load is equal to the internal resistance of the source. Internal, just keep this, maximum power is delivered to the load when it is equal to the internal resistance of the source. Here for the VTH, the internal resistance is your RTH. This condition is referred as resistance or impedance matching. This condition is called as impedance matching. And the value of maximum power. The maximum power is transferred by obtained by Pmax equal to VTH square by 4TH. How we are going to get this one? By using this formula. Here you have P is equal to VTH, actually VTH square by RTH plus RL whole square into RL. But what is the condition for your maximum power? RL equal to RTH, just substitute over it. So P is equal to VTH square into RTH by RTH plus RTH. Here in the place of RL you can write RTH. 2 RTH, that gives you 4 RTH square. RTH gets cancelled. So here you are going to get VTH square by 4 into RTH. And the total power delivered by the source equal to I square L into RL plus RTH. That is 2 times of I square L into RL. Now here we are going to see what will be the efficiency. Efficiency under the power transferred to the condition is given by I square L into RL. I square L into RL by 2 into I square L into RL into 100. That gives you your I square L. So how we are considering this is I square L and RL. So what do you mean by efficiency? The efficiency is nothing but your output by input. Output power by input power. Output is nothing but we are considering across the load resistance. Here we are considering across the load resistance is output, and the input is nothing but your total power delivered from the source. So here you can write the efficiency is equal to, efficiency is the equation for efficiency. So efficiency indicated with eta, efficiency is equal to output power by input power, output power by input power. So what is our circuit? So this is your circuit, this is your VTH and here RTH and this is your RL. This is RTH and this is your RL. So output is nothing but, at this point we have to consider. So output power is nothing but PL. The PL is nothing but your I square IL square into RL, that is the power through the load by total power. Total power is equal to, already we got the equation. Total power is equal to IL square into total resistance, IL plus RL plus RTH. But what is this RL RTH? RL plus here according to the maximum power, RL equal to RTH or RTH equal to RL. So you can consider PL is equal to IL square into RL by IL square into 2RL. So IL square, RL get cancelled. If you want to convert it into the percentage, 250 times, that is your 50%. It means that when the maximum power, if the maximum power is delivered to the load is nothing but the efficiency becomes 50%. So at the condition of maximum power, the efficiency is 50%. So the 50% of efficiency you will get under maximum power. So let us see one problem. Find the value of adjustable resistance of R that dissipates maximum power across the terminals A and B. What is the maximum power that can be delivered to the load? They are asking at what point we need to adjust this R value. So what is the value? What value we have to select this R value? Here this is nothing but variable. So find the value of adjustable resistance of R that dissipates the maximum power across the terminals A and B. Then what is the maximum power that can be delivered to the load? So what we have to do is, we have to take the help of Thevenin's theorem. So in the Thevenin's theorem, what is the first step? We have to remove the load resistance. We have to remove the load resistance. So we have removed the load resistance A comma B. This is your 10 ohms and this is your 15 ohms and this is your 5 ohms. This is your 100. If I remove the load resistance, like how many loops are there? Only one loop. Let us apply. This is the current is I. So it is entering into the negative terminal. So minus 100 plus 10 into I plus 15 into I. We are considering current is flowing like this. The current is flowing like this. So that's your positive negative and positive negative. So which is equal to 0. So 25 I is equal to 100, then I is equal to 4 volts, then I is equal to 4 amps. I is equal to 4 amps. That is nothing but the current flowing in this I value here you got positive. So the current direction is in the same direction. So the current flowing through this 10 ohms is 4 amps. The current flowing through this 15 ohms is 4 amps. So what is the next third step? Here we have to consider an imaginary voltage, that is of VTH. Now apply again KVL to this loop. By applying KVL, so is there any current? No current flows, because according to the current distribution from the actual circuit, the zero amount of current flows until unless it is a closed loop. So it is zero amount of current flows in this 5 ohms because of open circuit. So just we are considering a imaginary voltage VTH. So here it is entering into the negative terminal of your 15 volts. So minus 15 into the current is 4 amps, and here 0 amps. So 0 voltage drop. Let us consider this positive and negative. So it is pointing towards your positive terminal. So plus VTH. So plus VTH equal to 0. So from this you will get VTH equal to 60 volts. Let us see the procedure. Same procedure here. Just they have opened. The VTH equal to VTH is nothing but your VAB, that is your voltage across your 15 volts. So 60 volts we got. Next, by finding your RTH, these two becomes in parallel. So 10 into 15 by 10 plus 15, and that comes to in series with your 5 ohms. Here you will get your 11 ohms. It means that here you got plus or minus 60 volts in series with one resistor, that is your 11 ohms, and here you are having a adjustable resistor. So what will be the adjustable resistor? This RL should be 11 ohms because that is equal to RTH. You have to adjust this RL in such a way that to get 11 ohms. So the Thevenin's equivalent we got 60, 11 and RL. So the maximum power transfer occurs when RL equal to RTH, which is equal to 11 ohms, and the value of your maximum power is I square into RL or VTH square upon 4 into RTH. So 60 square by 4 into 11, that gives you 81.82 watts. So like this we have to do the maximum power transfer calculations. So just remember, if you want to do any problem with the maximum power, you need to know what is the Thevenin's theorem. Unless until you know the Thevenin's theorem, it is not possible to find a maximum power transfer. Just go through the Thevenin's theorem. Thank you.